flying in your face. We're going to give you a little bit about something, a whole ton of nothing. What better way to waste your time?
Sitting in front of a roaring fireplace would be nice.
And having heat would be nice in general.
Yeah. So this week, a lot of people did not make the playoffs. Some people did. Thought maybe we'd start the show out with who did great, like we always do. But I mean, you guys know who did great. Tom Brady did good. I didn't even watch. Aaron Rodgers probably did good.
My team's on a bye week, so I didn't really watch much football this weekend.
Luck did very well. I did see that one. Yeah, he did very good.
Jets suck. 49ers suck.
Yeah.
Browns suck.
Yeah. Wouldn't play him. So, what I thought would be more interesting is to talk about who let people down this year.
Talking about a little weekend, a little year in review.
A little year in review on who did you draft in the top 10 that just took a dump.
A tier in review, if you will.
Yeah. So, we'll start it off with DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep.
Drafted in the top 20 in most leagues.
Not a whole lot out of him this year.
Not a whole lot of production. Don't really have the stats, don't care. I don't think he did great.
No, not at all. There were a lot of injuries this year, too.
Might have had one big game.
There were. A.J. Green did well.
Did well for the first few weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
But that injury could have possibly cost someone a playoff spot.
Yeah, could have.
Peterson.
Adrian,
Peterson.
AP.
Ouch.
Abdullah.
Another one.
It goes on and on. Just people.
Gronk.
Just drafting people. Gronk, top 10 pick in most leagues.
Didn't play half the season.
Didn't play half the season. What? 4 games?
Five games?
Yeah. 3 games over 10 points in our league. Horrible.
It's not what you want. That's not the kind of production you want out of a top 10 pick.
No. Marvin Jones out of Detroit. I know in like week 4 or 5, like he's going to be the next Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Womp, womp, womp. Sorry, Marvin Jones users.
Anybody that drafted, rookies that they thought that were going to come in and do big things, with Derrick Henry. What'd you get out of him this year?
That was insurance, right, Keith?
You just had to get a picking on you, didn't you? 'Cause that's all you can do, baby.
That was insurance, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How can you have the worst record out of all 4 teams in the playoff and still get the number 2 spot?
Location.
Yeah, he got prime real estate on that one.
Yeah.
You can thank my son. He randomly picks them from a hat.
Remind me to get him a big Christmas gift this year.
Jacksonville, just all over the board.
Yeah.
If you picked anyone other than Bortles, you were disappointed.
Oh, yeah. Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns, both.
Wow.
I think that wasn't the defense starting to show some signs of life now.
I believe so.
A little late for that though.
But what about them guys that just push through for people?
Yeah.
Out of the woodwork. Got Ajayi.
I got Mike Evans in the 3rd round.
Mike Evans was a prime.
I'm gonna throw my mic at you for all the Mike Evans love you've been giving him this year.
It worked.
You might as well just elope with him.
We will have our joint ceremony with you and Derrick Henry or DeMarco Murray.
All right.
Don't forget to invite Devontae.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He might start some drama.
Devontae Adams, another one, out of the woodwork. My God, he probably got someone into the playoffs. Possibly. Then David Johnson, I saw it coming, but.
Well, I honestly think the Chris Johnson injury had something to do with it. I thought that he was going to get a little more split carried time than he ended up getting.
He may have a chip on his shoulder. It could be. Something really sparked that. Then we had Murray and Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did very well. And I'm speaking of the guy that plays for the Raiders. He did really.
Raiders can
we were
bite
talking about
me.
Latavius Murray.
The Raiders can bite me because they've been stingy to Amari Cooper all season, you worms.
Yeah, that was one that I'm really happy about, that pick, that Derek Carr pick.
That was a good pick, Derek Carr. Matt Ryan. I kind of wish I would have just hung around and grabbed Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
good.
Marcus Mariota. Top 5 fantasy quarterback this year.
Mariota, very well. Did very good. I think the stash may have something.
Yeah, he shaved it off, so we'll see this week.
It's not. There went the Lucky Charm.
Yeah, what would happen if Brady grew a stash?
I think Brady has grown a stash.
I think he has.
Does he have a stash?
I thought he had.
Not right now, but I think in the past.
Oh,
he
we're
I'm
has.
talking about like right now.
Oh, we're
Like, would the
talking-
earth just implode if Aaron Rodgers grew his stash back?
No.
Romo's got a stash.
Well, Romo, you see, he actually has the opportunity because he ain't got nothing better to do.
Romo. Now this is what I would do if I was the Dallas Cowboys. I would, once we clinch, I would play him because
They've already
You clinched.
they've got to showcase that butt. They've got to show what he can do after post surgery because he is trade bait.
Oh, you know full well that
I don't think he needs to do anything. I think he's going to end up in Denver.
That's what I was. that's my prediction.
Romo is sitting back on the bench right now, just going, no. He's got it. Yes, I'm going to kick back with a Mai Tai and might even take a week off, even though I'm taking the whole rest of the season off.
If Jerry Jones has a businessman thought in his head, you have got to showcase that guy.
Let me tell you right now, Jerry Jones is too busy focusing on the field, and they're actually doing what they need to do.
Well,
Winning.
they've clinched a playoff spot, but they still need to clinch the division and
home field
first
advantage,
round
yeah.
bye and home field advantage.
What could you get for a Tony Romo that hasn't shown his ability versus a Tony Romo that could go out there and say, "Hey"?
I still don't think you're going to get much more in the third round.
Yeah, I mean, considering Tony Romo's been in the league for so long, owners and coaches are either going to look at him as, well, he's got experience, he's a veteran. I think
he's also been injury prone, and he's also been.
That's the flip side of the coin.
And that's why I think they should showcase.
And take a chance on him getting hurt, so they can't trade him at all.
What? In case you just release him.
How many more years he got on his contract?
That's the thing you got to toss, is because I guarantee you he's a lot more valuable if they show that he can still play than if they just throw him out there. And
maybe once they get a next couple of victories, they'll let him out in the fourth quarter. I mean, all right, come on, Tony, let's get them rusty hinges out there and try to show the ball.
You know, people I like this week, running backs for the Jets. Because they're going against
San Francisco defense.
that predicted 32 ranked San Francisco defense.
And oddly enough, Forte does have the ability to run. So it could be a
another one this
massacre.
week with Eric Decker out. Robbie Anderson.
Okay.
Who?
He's the number 2 wide receiver out of the Jets. He had a big game last week, 116 yards.
Who would be like the number 5 wide receiver if everybody else was healthy?
No, he's a rookie. But he showed up the past couple weeks since Decker's been gone.
That doesn't get you on the dean's list, man.
So we got in Tennessee, who's gonna leave?
Kendall's gone.
Sounds about right.
You think?
Yeah. Who knows?
Warmack may be gone, but I think we keep Warmack.
Harry Douglas might retire.
We can pray. Harry Douglas. What did you do? Atlanta.
We got Atlanta's always.
you got everybody in Atlanta that's not named Julio.
Well, I'm actually, speaking of Terrell Pryor, I think we go hard after Terrell Pryor in free agency this year.
Yeah.
But I think we do let Kendall Wright walk, and wouldn't be surprised to see him end up in New England.
Somebody else that kind of let down that I picked up in a trade was Kelvin Benjamin.
I got what I needed out of him.
I loved watching him play. I thought, man, this guy's awesome. Traded Golden Pony Boy for him. Everybody was mad because they thought it was lopsided, and then I got a turd.
Well, I traded him and turned him into Delaney Walker. And then the trade partner I had turned him around to go and get Willie Snead.
Yeah, hey, Delaney Walker. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm actually playing Delaney Walker going against the Denver Broncos secondary this week.
Hey,
You know.
I think I picked up the Titans defense.
No, I got the. I was about to say, in our league, I got the Titans defense.
Yeah, I think
so.
in one of my other leagues that I'm playing in, I picked up Titans D because I think Denver doesn't have a quarterback until they go get Romo.
This is very true. And DeMarco Murray may help you win this playoff game going up against Denver.
Yeah, I've seen.
You can run on Denver.
I've seen the stats. Denver's not exactly giving a damn about shutting down the running defense.
No. So, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that just really took a dump for me.
I'm gonna say
Gary Barnidge.
Gary Barnidge.
Number 3 tight end last year, did not do a thing.
He helped me win this baby.
For
And
me,
then-
for me, it would be Doug Martin. Had him in the starting lineup week 1. Week 2, he's out. Week 7, I think I'm gonna get Doug Martin. No, I'm not. Week 9, Doug Martin might be. No, he's not. And he's gotten 1 touchdown since he came back.
I know that. Here's another topic I wanted to bring up. Does Chip Kelly get fired this year or next year, and what college team is he going to go to?
Okay, if we're going to bring up the San Francisco 49ers, how bad is that team?
They're so bad.
That 2 years ago, people thought they were something.
They're so bad that they can only get off 14 attempts passing in an
game.
entire football game.
In a game. Chip Kelly is done.
I don't think it's Chip Kelly. I think it's just there's no players. Like they have no offensive line, they have no receivers, they have barely a running game. Honestly, I think Colin Kaepernick is the best player on the team.
So you mean to tell me Carlos Hyde is going to be looking like begging for a trade?
They may be having to use him just to rebuild their line.
Right.
It's pretty
It's
bad.
so bad. And the defense is just horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, the defense showed up. That doesn't win them a spot on the
against
D's list, but they
against
show up.
Matt Barkley. They held Matt Barkley to what was it, 16 points, something like that. I don't even remember. Did anybody actually watch the game? I mean, like it was a monsoon that turned into a snowstorm. You got snow angels in the end zone on a touchdown that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like it was embarrassing. The San Francisco 49ers are the Washington Generals of the NFL.
Ooh. That's good. Any funny stories from Keith this week?
I'm afraid not.
No
No
vermin
no
getting
funny.
into the building? No.
No. Is the woodpecker still there?
No, the woodpecker did leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safely.
I
Is there a woodpecker trap?
I was not there when he left.
And what would that look like?
I'm guessing it ain't going to be made out of wood.
Or maybe it is.
You think of reverse psychology?
And next week we will welcome you to our 463rd ranked fantasy football show.
We can't put all of it in there, but Keith and I took a test drive one time, and as soon as we got in the car, Mystical comes on the radio. We're with this prim and proper, what was it, Dodge?
Yeah,
Jeep?
one of the Chryslers.
Yeah, the Chrysler company, and she's all prim and proper, and she's got her notepad and everything, and she's like, and this is our new Durango or whatever we were in. And so and we get in and the radio is blasting and it's like, I came in with my in my hand.
Don't let me leave you with your foot in your beak, cool.
Keith's in there.
She quickly reaches for the volume knob to turn it down.
And both of us are completely, the funny part, we're completely quiet until we get out of the car. And walking away, came in with my.
Oh man.
Well, that's about all we got. IYF swag coming soon. Gonna help support those people in Gatlinburg. Look out for that. Apologies, Adam Wu. We ran out of time. If you got busted in your fantasy football league, subscribe below. We'll see you next time.
With all that being said, I guess I'm gonna go back to bed. All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of Tony's Fantasy Sleepers. We're going to do something a little bit different this week. I'm going to start off with a couple sleepers, and then I've actually got a couple keepers I'm going to talk about going into next year. First off, I'd like to start off with Ladarius Green, tight end out of Pittsburgh. No, I didn't get that guy. No, I got Jared Cook from the peanut gallery over there. But no, going forward, he's slowly become a part of that offense. About 30 points or 30 yards, and then 60 yards, and then 110 yards and a touchdown. He's become a part of that offense, and they like to wing it around in Pittsburgh. Another one this week. I talked on him a little bit in the show, but Robbie Anderson, number 2 wideout out of New York, going up against the San Francisco 49ers defense. He's kind of come out of nowhere, filling in for Eric Decker so far this year, and I'd never heard of the guy before. I don't know if anybody else can maybe give a little more information, but I like him on my team right now. Little deep league pick, and the third one actually is going to be my keeper of the group. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, that guy is sleeping. Another sleeper I'd like to talk about is Tony Romo. He's taking naps out on the sideline. No. Anyway, I like Tajay Sharp going forward. I know I talked about him a little bit this season, and but going forward, I think he's going to take over that number 1 spot in Tennessee's wide receiver corps. And I don't think that they need to really address that wide receiver position necessarily as much as everybody else is talking about so far, but I like Tajay Sharp going forward. If you happen to have him in one of your keeper leagues or anything like that, that's somebody I would definitely look at what the grade is on and moving forward from there. With all that being said, guys, I'm gonna go back to bed.
I know.
You can always like random throw beeps in for no
had to
reason.
Tony.